We're recording? Yay! Videos that aren't like a week apart. Blah, Skyrim followers. Alright. You can give any Skyrim follower legendary 700 armor, dragon bone, dual enchantment, fortified damage, fortified health, armor. So obviously any follower is good. We're considering them mostly based off of how much I like them. That's why he's the GOAT in the friends, right? How much we like them. How useful they are, so if they have out of combat utility. Weak, as in just like, we don't really like them that much and they suck. And then enemies for people that I don't like. It's completely subjective list. Adonisa? Pretty old lady. That's like a legate or something like that. She's useful. She's strong. But I don't think she's like a homie. You know what I mean? She is pretty though. I'll give her that. Ayala. Ayala is definitely a friend. So not only is she fairly strong, she caps out kind of early, but still good enough. She's an archer class. Archer class followers are very useful. They tend to hang back, so they have better longevity. And even beyond that, she is a skill trainer. So for one, you can do skill train plus pickpocket to level pickpocket. Or, you know, if you want to take like the super nasty exploit approach, you can train her and then take the gold back from her inventory. Pretty much every follower that you can do this with jumps up to useful by default. But AL is also like cool. AL is also like sick. Like she's a werewolf, which is like awesome. And she's like kind of about it. She like enjoys fighting and stuff. She's like cool. So yeah, tall Nordic woman that's like a werewolf. And like super useful for follower and exploit. Going up here. Agmayer. Oh no, who is this? I don't even know who you are. And we'll make it purple, because it's Thanos. He's going down there. If I had to guess, I think this is the guy who talks about Paw's Axe and Dawnguard. And if that's the case, he's like up here because he's kind of quirky. But Atar is weak. He gets fucked up by bandits. Hilariously enough, like the game mechanics support this because he sends you to go clear out an escaped bandit leader. He's weak. He has no personality. He is kind of useful because he is the only way to get the headsman's axe without killing him as a follower. So it's kind of useful if you're like a rare item collector, but. Yeah, I don't know. A neck. You know what? We should really. How about this? How about this? How about we go. Yeah, there we go. And then we'll like adjust the colors. Maybe like blue. Yes. Yeah. Okay, this feels much better. Arania. I don't know what I've searched recently. Yeah. Or NES Skyrim. Priestess of Azura. Okay, she's very strong. She doesn't have a use besides being really strong, but since we don't have like a strong one, she's just gonna jump up here. There we go. There we go. That looks much better. Argus. I don't know who that is. Aethys is very useful. And I like him. But he's pitifully weak, so he can't go up here. Aethys is useful because he is a one-handed trainer, so you can train him in one-handed. Take the money back. Kind of ill-advised to do this if you plan on playing one-handed. Because you just stop leveling and then the game gets boring, you know? But if you plan on being two-handed archer destruction magic, it's nice to have Aethys. Because you can just freely level up that skill without worrying about it kind of ruining the pace of the game. He's got very little personality, but he's got some. And he's extremely weak. He gets beat up by bandits badly. Now this is definitely a member of Dawnguard. And all Dawnguard members have to go into like kind of strong, because the Dawnguard random followers level with you permanently. Most Skyrim followers stop leveling at around 30, 50, or 60, but the Dawnguard followers will level to you to like 200. So if you go for all perks and you're at like 150, your Dawnguard followers will just start like just bodying vampires, which is like cannot be understated. It's very nice. Belrind. So pretty much all of the hireable merchants go like here. They like struggle with bandits. Who is Beanor? That's not a slur. Oh, he sucks. He's really weak. But at least Annette can dual wield and he can use magic, so he's like at the bottom. All the orcs are like bottom of the barrel. But I don't hate them. But all the orcs are pitiful. All the orcs get murdered by bandits. Like he struggles with them, you know, they lose to him, but he gets bodied. It's really bad. Braylon. I like her a lot. And she's also really strong. She has lightning, of course. I believe she has conjuration. And all magic users that are followers are just inherently much stronger than pure warriors. The ones that level cap. Like a level capped 50 sorcerer is just going to be so much stronger than a level capped 50 warrior in Skyrim. Plus I like her personality. And she's a dark elf. Dark elves are based. The Dunmer. Calder. I guess he has to be an enemy. I'm assuming he's Castle Volkahar. Thane of Windhelm. Oh, he's that. I think all of them are going to jump into... All of them are going to be at the bottom of Friends, because they're all decently strong. Kellen is a Dawnguard person who like infinitely levels. Yeah, we'll put them like down here. She's a dark elf, so she's cooler. Cicero is really strong and really annoying, but Overall, he's really strong. I actually like Cicero a lot. It's not even that he's annoying personality-wise, he just, like, his lines get used too often, you know? Kind of like how in New Vegas, the companions from the DLC just, like, non-stop talks. Cicero non-stop talks. Koznak is pitifully weak, but he is a friend. Koznak is just a generic drunk, so he's got, like, I don't even know if he starts out with a weapon, but he's pitifully weak. He level caps super early, like I think 20 something, which is actually worse than everyone on the list so far, but he's like a drunk, and the drunks usually kind of like talk more casually, like how actual humans would talk, so we'll put him like right here. Yeah. Dark Brother and Dark Sister are both friends. They are really strong in combat. You know, and they don't run their mouths. They're like up here. They're really strong in combat. Not to mention you get them for free, and I believe they infinitely spawn, so even if you mess up and they die, you can just go get more. So, you know, that's pretty good. Darkethus is very strong potential for the goat. He's even got goat horns. Darkethus is the only Argonian follower you can have, and at that, let me check. Alright, turn that down a little more. Yeah, Darkethus is the only Argonian you can have, and for that, he's pretty goated alone. Argonians are based. He's pitifully weak, though. But he can dual wield, you know, because he's a miner. So, like, that's pretty cool. Darkethus, personality-wise, is just an Argonian. It's like Argonian.exe, but Argonians are cool. So, even if he is generic, I like that. Dirac. He's a Dawnguard follower. Eola's super goated. So the biggest reason that I think Aeola is actually going to jump up all the way into strong useful, and I guess this is more of an exploit or not really intended, but if you start the Taste of Death and ask Aeola for help, she'll follow you anywhere. Irregardless of what you're doing, she'll still follow you. You can have other followers too. I believe the in-game limit is like 10, but you can get like Aeola, Delphine and Esbern. What is it? You can have a pet and then a humanoid companion, so you can have like 7 things, and then depending on the quest line or who you have, they can summon more. You can get to like 10. And Aeola is one of those people that you can just tag on at any point. Aeola is also decently strong. She caps out, and she will eventually start if you... I only fought with her during her quest, and I didn't take her as a follower afterwards, so I have no idea if the Draugr in her tomb are leveled so that she won't die to him, or... But you can have her as an extra companion, and she has Summoning Flame Astronauts, so she's ranged, which, like Archer characters, is really good, and Magic characters is really good. Erander. Who in the world is Erander? The name is really familiar. He's the worshipper of Vermina. I remember him being very strong. He's got a good leveled mace. He's pretty chill. And I remember him being decently strong in his own dungeon. We'll put him about here. Eric. This is the guy that you can meet in Rorikstead. And, he'll ask you to talk to his dad about getting him adventuring gear. And then you can hire him as a mercenary. He's pitifully weak. But he is a homie, though. Faendal is like borderline goated. He's basically the reason you can skip the first 10 levels. And essentially skip to 50 archery, which is like the worst part of archery is leveling up at first, so pretty goated there, not gonna lie. Personality wise, he's actually annoying because I've played the game so much with him I can't stand him. But he is nostalgic as hell. He makes me think of Doug videos. And he's useful for the trainer exploit. We'll put him... put him like here. And we'll move Dark Ethos up to like here. Where's this right now? Farkas. Farkas is a companion, not a follower, but also a companion. And once you become the harbinger of the companions, you can recruit him as a follower and use him for the training glitch. He's also, like archery, one of the better ones to do this for because of the fact that he trains in two-handed, so if you plan on playing one-handed, it's very useful to be able to use him basically to skip all the way until 90 and only have to grind 10 levels. If you're actually willing to level to 90 with him and then delay the skill books and free skill sessions, you can get all the way to 100 without using two-handed once, which is pretty nice. Things like Farkas make this possible. We'll put it up to like Faendal. Freya's super duper goated. But I like Dark Elves more. Freya's really strong. I believe she has no level cap, so she'll level with you. She has dialogue to specific portions of the Dragonborn questline. If you take her with you and Neloth when you explore the Dwarven Ruin that holds the Black Book, she'll like comment on all of this stuff. It's super interesting. She's got a likable personality, and she's super cool. She's got like a full set of Nordic armor. She uses like Stalrim weapons. It's like super badass. Plus I like her voice actor. I think she's unique. I think the voice actor who did Freya is unique to the rest of the cast, and I like it a lot. Back down to Goldir. He's like here. He's better than the orcs, but you have to like put in more work to get him than a lot of other people. Gorbash similarly is an orc. All the orcs are the worst companions in the game. They're all the weakest. Gregor. Who the fuck is this? Look at this dude. I'm assuming based on the armor this is a Housecarl. Yeah, he's like DLC Housecarl. All the Housecarls are leveled similarly and perform the same, and I know Lydia's up here, so. Who was Mia? Why did they censor Shatter Shield? Oh, fuck me. It's because of the font. That's Ilya. And you find Ilya at Darklight Tower. Ilya is extraordinarily powerful. And a sorcerer. Which I think puts her probably like up here. She's not a Dunmer though. Ingyard is either a Housecarl or a Dawnguard member. Yes. Okay, so she's Dawnguard, so she's like by default up here. Iona's Housecarl. She's the Housecarl of Riften. And she's pretty, so she goes at the top of that list. Janessa's a Dunmer, and she's super easy to get super early in the game, and she uses magic. She goes up really high. Jordis. I can tell that that is the Housecarl of Solitude. J'zargo. Super funny, super likable. Uses magic. Fairly easy to get. You just go to Winterhold, start the quest. All you have to do is Under Sarthal, and Under Sarthal is intentionally made really easy so that anyone can do it. Where would he go in this tier? He'd probably go like above Dark Aethys because he's like actually usable and likable. Karjo! Temporarily, Karjo is the GOAT. I like Karjo a lot. I used him for like 80% of my Skyrim 100% run that I streamed. And he's just like, he doesn't talk a lot, so he doesn't get on your nerves like some of these people. He's pretty useful in combat, and he scales decently high. He's like super hot Catman. And then, other than that, I think that's it. He's just a Khajiit, and super likable, so. Bob. His name is just Lob. Lydia, top of the Housecarls. Mercurio, hireable battle mage, but not a Dunmer, or pretty, or cool, or a trainer. So, like, here. Mule. Mule is fucking cracked. I actually spent like an entire stream just testing followers by taking them to dungeons. And all of them were like getting murked by like mid-level bandits, and Mule was like annihilating a bunch of Falmer. And it's just like, damn. She was annihilating like the level 60 Falmer. So like in combat, she's like the top of combat. And then she's like Freya, but I think she's... I don't know who's more likable. They're about the same. But you have to do a lot more to get Freya, so Mule's gonna go higher. Nyada. Nyada is like super mean. And I kind of like that. But she's basically just really good because she's like a skill trainer. But I kind of like how mean she is. So she's gonna like go... She's gonna go like at the top here. Ogle. It's a better name than Lob, so he's gonna go above him. Ogmund like sucks. He's like decently strong. He's not useful, but he's not weak, so he's like a friend. I'm gonna go like here. Rallus Sidaris. So if you leave him with his default weapon, his unique weapon, he's decently good just because of that enchantment that weapon has. If you take that weapon away because you collect rare weapons like me, he becomes instantly like terrible, like down bad. It's a lot of work to get him. He's not very useful. The only good thing is that he has like a less common voice actor, so all of his lines are kind of fresher, but by the point in the game you get Rallus as a follower, I don't know what you're still doing. Kind of the problem. He's gonna go like... I'm gonna go like up here. Because if you leave him with his unique weapon, he's really strong. But I think most people are gonna take that weapon. Actually, I guess that's like useful, like Atar. Because you use him to get the unique weapon. Yeah. But Atar is super easy. Rhea. Hell weak, bruh. She gets her ass beat by bandits super bad. But, no, you have to become Harbinger, which is like way more than these people. Rogi. believe this is Roggy Knotbeard. And he's just like a really weak follower that's like melee. I think he's like there. Come to think of it, he uses Conjuration. That's what he does, is he summons wolves. Which I think is actually strong enough to like go up here. Serana. Okay, so Serana is really dependent on what stage in her quest you use her. Because I got her during the Forgotten Vale quest. The one that leads you to the Forgotten Vale, and then, the Castle Volkahar balcony, right? And I just never took her there. And if you don't take her to do her, like, Dawnguard quest right away, she just never shuts up. She's, like, awful. In combat, she's pretty good. She uses range magic, which is pretty good. Ice and lightning, so she, like, weakens warriors and mages. She summons vampire servants, which is really nice. It can help out a lot. Just numbers matter in Skyrim because of how much, like, your enemy can only focus on one, but all of you can focus on him. So it doesn't sound like having a bunch of weak helpers matters, but it does. Serana is also invincible until Dawnguard ends, I'm pretty sure. So, like, that's a bonus. Like, Serana just legitimately just cannot die. Serana also doesn't take fall damage, I think, which was added as a precaution for the DLC. But all of that stuff, like, sticks with her after. So, Serana's just, like, super strong. She's probably... like, here. She's, like, up here. Stenvar. Housecarl. Sven. He's an enemy, man. You literally have to you have to give up Faendal to get him. And I never will. So he's an enemy. Talvis. This is the man who works for Neloth at Telvanni. Talvas is, like, okay. He summons an Ash Guardian, I think. Put him down here with the other weak mages. Teledrin is really strong. He, like, never shuts the hell up, though. And his lines are annoying. But I kind of like the voice actor. He summons Flame Astronauts, and he's good with a sword. Torvar is, like, hella weak, bruh. Ugor is an orc. Still better than Lob. Uthgerd, the Unbroken. I don't know what I'm doing there. Uthgerd is super good because of how early you get her, and her base armor set is good enough that she's just really tanky. The fact that you get her in Whiterun and she's got steel plate armor just makes her really good as a companion early on. Of course, she falls off, but what are you gonna do? I would say that she's like this Housecarl tier. I think the Housecarl is level higher, but she's useful early on too, so it's comparable. Valdemir, this is the Morthal guy, I'm pretty sure. I just remember him from always asking him to buy shit for the house. Vilkis. Oh, I got Vilkis and Farkas mixed up. Vilkis is the two-handed one, Farkas is heavy armor. Heavy armor is easier to grind, but Farkas is more likable than Vilkis, so still stay higher. And then Vorstag. Who the hell is Vorstag? Vorstag is the mercenary from Markarth. And he's just like a whatever person, but you can just hire him straight up, so it doesn't matter. I'm remembering now, Argus is actually the Housecarl because Stenvar is the mercenary from Windhelm. And he's useful for the Shrine of Boethia quest. So during Boethia's calling, you have to sacrifice a companion at the Shrine of Boethia with the Blade of Sacrifice. And because Stenvar is in Windhelm, my least favorite city, and he is a hireable mercenary with no personality. I always use him as a sacrifice. So, it's pretty nice just to be able to get rid of Stenvar there. I suppose in the future I could probably use like the follower who's like a beggar in Windhelm. He has a bug that gets him killed a lot too, so it would be the same thing. But right now Stenvar is very useful for that. And finally, who is Agmir? Yeah, he's like the one that... Yeah, he's like that guy. He's got that dog in him. Yeah, this will be it. This isn't taking into account summons, because they disappear, but technically you can't have permanent summons, quote-unquote. The timer is just really long. I really like... Out of the summons that are permanent, you can only resurrect dead bodies. So, like, obviously, like, bandits go above weak, and then, you know, but you can't resurrect too strong bodies. I think the Flame Thrall is my favorite to use. Storm Thrall can be pretty good, but I would rather use the Saints and Seducer summons, so just kind of depends. But yeah, this is my completely foolproof objective tier list. I hope you enjoyed it. If I got any of like the combat skills wrong, like someone in here is really strong, tell me. Man, I have a thing for like tough, cool girls, huh? And Dark Heathis. It's just like 8 really strong girls, and then Jazargo, Dark Heathis, and Faendal. That's like the goofiest. That's a really good voice crack. That's a really goofy top tier. And then Karja. Man, why are there no female Khajiit followers? Why are there no, like... Why are there no more Argonian followers? Why are there no... I think everyone else is covered. Nah. Still could have been more followers. There's not a single High Elf follower, by the way. None of these are High Elves. Which was kind of weird to me, but whatever. Not a single female Argonian follower. Let's see, 1... Yeah, there were 3 followers on Solstheim. Or 4. It's kind of pitiful, too. But, yeah. Nothing really to say. It's a completely subjective tier list. So, bye. Woo! This goes down. I streamed on Twitch. I'm probably going to try and go through Oblivion now that I'm done with Skyrim. I might just keep playing Skyrim. I'm really in the mood for Skyrim. VOD channel I uploaded 100%. And Twitter. Bye!